Have you guys ever had pregnancy scares with women you were dating? I mean, I'm sure there have been.
Kind of, yeah. I mean, I've had, like, condoms break or, like, the condom go up, like, inside like that, yeah.
Or, like, not being used condoms?
Right, or just, like, an unused condom, but I still blame the condom. Wait, you didn't even
This condom
get in there.
didn't come out of the wrapper on its own and put itself on my dick. I mean, someone had a story about getting pregnant even after they took the morning after pill.
Yeah.
So it's like there's no...
Some babies just
feel
want
like
to be
I'm right.
born.
But then you're like, that's a baby I want to keep because he survived the morning after pill, and then he's just like
It's
retarded.
Like head's misshapen and shit. Yeah.
Mike, I love that you're still using that word. Just
Me?
Yeah.
His brothers.
My brother is.
Yeah.
Oh, and so
Remember-
that gives you a right. Why? So is he
Well, so
okay
I
with
went
you
on-
saying the R word?
Sure. But I went on a vacation with my dad this weekend, and we got back from the airport at like maybe 3 a.m, and my mom had left us a sandwich. But the thing with my brother is like if there's food in the house, he'll eat the whole bag, so you have to hide snacks, or he'll
What does he have actually?
He has like severe autism,
Right.
so he's like kind of
Okay.
nonverbal. But me and my dad just had this moment where we wanted chips with our sandwich, and we were just like looking around the house at 3 a.m. trying to figure out where my mom could have hid chips. Like there's a fucking bear that
Chip
lives there.
treasure hunt.
Yeah.
So if he gets into something, he'll make himself sick by eating all of it.
Yeah, he'll eat the whole bag, and then if you try to take it away from him,
Maybe he's just
He'll get
high.
upset.
good luck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How old is he?
He's 20. He just turned 28.
Okay, so he's younger than you.
Yeah.
What was that like growing up with?
It's fine.
When did he start showing signs of it?
Like when he was 2.
Okay.
He was like a normal baby too. And
Right.
He just talking
He was killing
and stuff,
it.
and he was killing it.
Killing it.
Yeah.
And what were the first signs? Do you remember?
He would like talk as a baby. He would say like mom and dad, and then he just kind of like shut off. And I remember like when my mom was like, your brother's autistic, I thought it was weird because he was like normal. So I didn't think it was going to be that.
Right. And then what's been the worst of it?
Just like, tantrums and stuff.
And is he ever going to be able to live on his own?
I don't think so.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, at like 36, he'll like get his first job in an apartment.
He's just going to snap into it.
What does he do at 28? What's he doing now with his life?
He just kind of hangs out at home.
Does he have a job, or is he able to not?
He had
even have?
one, but then I think he like grabbed a lady or something.
Yeah.
They had to fire him.
He squeezed a rabbit.
He was working
too
at
hard.
the Wawa. Oh, good one, Tom. Never heard that.
Oh, I mean, you said he grabbed a woman. It
Hackiest
wasn't
way to,
that-
that's the hackiest way to
come
make
on.
fun of a retarded person.
Oh,
I hope you
come
feel
on.
good about yourself.
I think
that's a human being with
using
feelings.
that
Oh my
word
God.
is the
Fucking piece of
hackiest.
You
shit.
keep saying retarded, you
I
asshole.
know you're.
But come on, squeeze a rabbit.
Well, come on.
I liked
you
it.
said he
I didn't
grabbed
hate
a
it.
woman.
Everybody
it wasn't
goes.
That.
Everybody
you said he
goes,
grabbed a woman. It wasn't
Everybody
that
goes right to
stretch.
squeeze a rat. My brother gets
Oh
me
my
too'd.
God.
By a rabbit.
Yeah.
Does he know who you? I mean, obviously he knows who. Can he talk at all?
Yeah, a little bit.
A little
Answer
bit.
questions and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you see him often?
Yeah, when I go home.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I have so many questions about this, but it is kind of fascinating. Do you have other siblings?
Yeah, 2 other siblings.
And do they know like
they
what
have-
causes it?
Probably. I probably have a little bit of
Probably.
autism.
Mike,
But
let's
I
be
was just
honest.
never like just totally ignored.
That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
No, it's not what I'm getting at. But I
That's what I was
definitely, Mike, you have something going on.
I get. What do you mean? I don't know.
I mean, you're hyper intelligent. You write really crazy. Like I feel like there's some form of there's
no one's ever
spectrum-y.
called me hyper intelligent.
I think you are.
Thanks.
In terms of joke writing, like you can't write jokes like you write without being smart in some weird way.
Yeah.
Like you have
Thanks,
a
guys.
specific smart about you.
I think it's fine.
I just think that.
Tom smashes the bottom of the head.
No, you have some great jokes, but yeah, I feel like there's something spectrum-y about your intelligence.
I will like
and the way you behave and
Interact
can't
with
make
people. and-
interact with people, can't make eye contact.
Right.
I'm making eye contact right now.
No, there was an entire
Yeah, but you're
episode of
kinda,
my
like, looking
podcast
through her.
where Mike wouldn't look my co-host in the eyes for an entire hour.
because we did a show about Limp Bizkit, and I came on to talk about Limp Bizkit because I'm a fan, and then the whole time Tommy was like, "This music sucks, I hate it," but the whole podcast he was pretending to like Limp Bizkit.
Okay.
So I felt
Just
a little
staying
betrayed.
Quiet.
and so
I felt
you,
a little.
man, if someone betrays you, you get so. We're very similar in that way. Like
Yeah.
if you get hurt, do you go after? Like, do you? How do you handle if someone's?
I don't have
betrayed
a lot
you?
of enemies, but I feel like if I did, I would destroy them.
You would. You've had to have. If someone hurts you, you come after them in like weird ways, which we'll get to later on in the show. Because I hurt you and you came after me in the weirdest way.
No, it's not true.
Some would say it was.
How
an
do you
autistic
say
way.
that is not true?
I don't think I came after you. I think I wanted to.
You wanted to hurt me.
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll talk about it. Mike and I have some history, and he definitely did something, which I do not begrudge you because I have done dirty, dirty things to men who have hurt me and men who have rejected me. I've done some mean things that I'm not proud of.
The only thing I did was I went through your garbage that one time.
So Mike and I make out in Atlantic City. It's just a casual, fun thing. I was just like, I can just like make out with
Not
a
for
boy.
me.
It
wasn't casual and fun for me. Just
I
kidding.
did not know that it wasn't casual and fun for Mike. Of course, I had a feeling Mike had a crush on me because he can't really hide how he is. He just like is, you're not really good at masking your emotions. Like right now, right now you want to punch me in the arm.
No, I don't want to punch you. And I wasn't
You want to
even.
change seats?
I'm telling you, like I was mad when I texted you that night when you were doing that taping with Schumer and Feinstein.
I don't remember this. I blew you off.
Yeah, but you were taping a TV thing, and you didn't text me back, and there was no service in the thing, and I was like, stay the fuck away from me forever.
You said that to me?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, that seems right.
Yeah.
I
But
remember
wasn't
there were a couple moments
when I
with
wrote the
you
sketch.
where I was like, you need to like lose my number. You're crazy, and I don't like you.
No.
I do remember
don't
there
think
were a couple times where I was a little bit like, I've upset this person that like I'm scared of his anger a little
boy.
bit.
Well, I'm sorry about that.
Well, that's okay because now I realize you put your anger into sketches and not like actual violence. So I don't care what the kind of things you write. Okay, so we made out. I go back to St. Louis and I didn't realize that he thought this was now going to be something more.
But you were pretty like honest about that, and I remember I was like, after that happened, I was like, this is the woman I'm going to marry. Like my life I've been a loser my whole life, but things are going to turn around for me.
No way.
Yeah, but
I thought those things too.
After
you
what?
like when
After
you
you
like
guys
somebody
made out?
Yeah. I thought that way too if I've hooked up with a guy that I really
when you like somebody.
And
yeah.
you just see you're like,
and
that's
then you
it.
project all of these things
Yeah.
onto it, and then that
And I've
person.
never felt those feelings since then. But I remember I was with Mike Lawrence at KFC, and it was right after the Double Down sandwich had come out. Do you remember those?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They're like a sandwich without bread, so it's two
chicken
pieces of
patties.
fried chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the bun is the chicken, and there's bacon and cheese and mayonnaise in the middle of it. And I was eating one of those sandwiches, being like, "Oh yeah, she's just so great," and I'm gonna go see her because you were in Hartford.
Yeah.
The following weekend. Yeah, to get this text, it's like, yeah, Mike, sorry to be blunt, but I really just want to be friends, and I just had to go back to eating my Double Down
you
sandwich.
got
Mike
that text.
Lawrence.
With Mike Lawrence.
He's like, it's okay.
Don't worry about
I am sorry that
Come back to the sewer I live in. We'll put a movie on. I'm gonna make 50 jokes about this movie we watch after this. You won't be able to hear anything at all because I have opinions.
I remember feeling the need to write that text to you because you had written me the day after we had made out because I flew out early that next morning. I think that's it. It
Why
was
are we
like
reliving this. Yeah, can I get another seltzer, please?
There's like 40 of them
We
on the
probably-
table right here.
I had probably had like a 6 a.m. flight or something because I think
Yeah.
I went right from making out to being like, I have to pack and leave. You can have my hotel room. You can sleep here. I think that's how it kind of went.
Yeah, I think it did.
Yeah. So but the next morning I land and I remember I was on a run the next day
remember how
and I
those
got a
sheets smelled.
text. Well,
Oh boy, it's all coming back.
I got a text.
What did it say? What did it say? This is so funny.
I can still smell your hair.
Whoa!
Yeah. It was something like that. That was like last night it was sweet.
But here's the thing: if you were really into it, that would be a nice text to get.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
If you
I think
couched
that's a
it,
good
or
one.
if you
Yeah.
No, I
couched
don't
it
think
in
that's
a,
embarrassing
Yeah.
to
hey, I
write.
had so much fun with you, da 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 da,
think
and then
he
you
couched it.
respond, Oh,
Yeah.
it wasn't just out of nowhere. I can
don't
still
think
smell
so.
your hair.
It could have been, but it probably was couched. But I just remember that being the line that was like, oh no, he really likes me because that's something
But
you
everything
say to someone
turned
you
out
really-
fine. I'm a men's rights activist now.
So
I'm a totally healthy
He's
father's
the-
rights guy on
the
Twitter.
Leader of the incel movement. I think a woman
I'm having
should
lunch
have
with Richard Spencer later today, so everything worked out
Women
for the best.
should legally have to let you smell their hair.
But can
Hair
I
is
just
meant
say-
to be smelled.
So that was kind of like, whatever, but you were honest about that. But then a month later, this was, I think, May 1st, 2010. No, but it was like a couple months later, right?
Yeah.
And you were like, I'm coming back to New York. I can't wait to see you. And I was like, all right, time to like,
Get her
Start
back.
get her
Working
back.
out.
Yeah, start
Yeah.
working out. And like, I'm going to be a new person,
Yeah.
and
we all can relate to this story.
because I wish I wish looking back on it, I should have been like, hey, I really like you, and maybe it's gonna be a while till we can be friends.
Yeah, because I think I just wanted to go right into friendship,
Yeah.
which I was talking to Ian about this last night about.
So if there's any young men listening out there, don't become a men's rights activist. Be honest about how you feel with women.
Yeah,
and you'll
I
meet
think
the
that
right
that's a
one
really
eventually.
good point to make, actually, because
Yeah.
when women, or I've been in the same position where I've really liked a guy and I've been like, I like you and I want to be with you, and he's like, I just want to be, I treasure our friendship too much, and I've been like,
He said that. A guy said that.
yeah, and I've been like, okay, that's fine, yeah, I'm cool with that, and
Yeah.
I am filled with resentment hanging out with him from there on out, and then he's talking about girls with me and
Yeah.
and treating me like a friend, and it just, you need to take a break. If you like someone, don't take the friend card, because you can be their friend eventually, and you're not a mean person to reject their friendship, but just say, I just think I need a little bit of space, because you cannot jump right from liking someone to being their friend. And that person is going to really try to friend zone you and really make it seem like, I want to make good boundaries here. So they're going to talk about guys they're into or girls they're into, and it's going to be painful. So I would say
it is going to be painful, and you're going to be like, it's going to be a weird dynamic. Like, you'll be like showing up with bagels at 9 a.m, being like, or
Friendship.
you'll
when did you show up
drop
with
off.
bagels?
No, I'm just saying, like, you do all these things.
Have you
Yeah.
done that
You
before?
over
You
the top.
degrade yourself,
Yes.
and
Right,
you think
right,
that maybe in some way,
Yeah.
Right. And then secretly
you start playing
you're like,
games, and
You're like, later if we hang out, she'll
She's gonna
realize.
change her mind.
Yeah.
I had that with this
Yeah.
girl who had to tell me the same thing, where she was like, I don't want a romantic thing, but she was like sleeping on my couch all the time, and I was
Yep.
like, you need to stop
yeah.
sleeping on my goddamn.
you need
I'm
to
like,
stop
wait, like,
letting her
wearing
sleep
I
on
know,
your
crotches,
couch.
man.
I know.
I'm like, wait
yeah.
till she sees me play Buck Hunter Pro, and then she'll want.
I mean, I've been on recently on the other side of this, where a guy was like, I just cherish our friendship so much, and I was smart enough to know, like, we're not really gonna be friends. Like, I like you too much, and I don't want to hear about other girls. So I stepped away. But then there are also times where, in recent times, where I've felt like guy friends getting a crush on me, and I really try to like put a line in the sand before it's even called out.
But you admitted
know?
that you kind of like the attention a little bit.
Yes, of course. As a woman, first of all, I like the friendship. I like having a guy like you. They are more. They're in agreement with you all the time. They do whatever you want to do. Like when a guy likes you, it's a good energy as long as he doesn't actually make a move. Do you agree with me?
I gave you a
Noah
ride.
and Jen?
I gave you a ride in my moving van.
Yeah, like, and I wasn't taking advantage of it. I was
Yeah.
honestly trying to just have a friend, but it's just it's a tricky situation. And as a woman who knows when a guy likes you, you should really try to make it very clear that that is not what it is, so that they don't get to the point where they're like, just so they know that there's no chance.
I mean, but then you look at it like, yeah, I mean, I lost a bunch of weight. My teeth got whiter. I started showering. So
I once told a guy friend
I became a better man,
who I was hanging out with, who I could tell liked me. I
Nice
was like,
Crest
I
white
just
strips.
need you to know it will never happen, ever.
Yeah.
And if we're going to be friends, you need to accept
And
that.
he was like, a challenge.
And literally 8 years later, I had another guy tell me the same thing. He was like, it will never happen. And that was so freeing to me to hear, never.
But you don't feel like it'll never happen between us, right? I mean, who knows? We got a lot of life to live.
I've never told you never. I've never told Mike
Life
Recine
is
that.
long.
That's why
you know?
we brought you on the
So
show
that's
today.
why I want you here today.
Yeah. We're gonna reenact the kiss.
But I think really, because when you kick the can down the road and you go, not now, you know if you're going to be into someone.
Yeah.
And you obviously can't predict how things are going to change. But
I had a thing with that gal a while ago, and it was like so intense, and she kind of led me on a lot, and we like kissed a bunch, and then she's like, "I only want to be your friend." I was like, "But what about ever?" And she
Because
goes,
it feels-
you need to think. Tell yourself yes.
Yeah.
We will never. And I was like, okay.
you need to,
That's
you need
what
to
I need to
accept
hear. Thank you.
never.
Yeah.
But that is a tricky situation because that girl was making out with you. Some girls will like send naked pictures because it's like he's my guy friend and I want this attention and that's really not nice to do, and we should all be a little bit more aware of other people's feelings and try to empathize with when someone has a crush on you, which I should have done a better job of instead of trying to jump into friendship with good old Mike Recine because
Do we really need to say good? Old?
Here's the thing. It's very hard to jump into friendship with me.
I said
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
hard.
You're
Yeah,
a
do you have
difficult
any
person.
friends?
My dog.
So moving forward, I think we weren't friends anymore. Like, I just think that your anger about not having our relationship what you wanted it to be, I could just feel when I was around you.
Oh, okay.
I remember one time we went out to dinner and I bought you dinner and I was really resentful because I don't think you thanked me soon enough or something. It was really petty of me, but I just remember being like, we're done here.
No, I said I was going to take you out to lunch, and then you pulled your wallet out.
Uh-huh.
Who cares?
I remember how much it was. Is this ridiculous?
It was like $33
$17 for a chicken plate at what's it
Olive
called?
Tree?
No, it was a different place.
Oh.
But I remember being like, I was broke. And I was like, I just
Yeah.
spent $17 on a guy who's my friend. I was so furious. And so I think
And I was like, well, I got to get something out of this 9-month ordeal.
I don't blame you. So
I'm just doing pull-ups like Travis Bickle. Like,
so eventually
Are you texting me?
Oh, a chicken plate.
Mike and I definitely go our separate ways. Then, let's see, May 29th, 2011, I get an email from Mike. And I don't have the original email here. Hold on. Yes, I do. Hold on. Let me just pull this up really quick because I want to see what you wrote to me because Tom sent me what he had, but it's what you sent to your brother. You and your brother co-wrote this sketch together.
And I have an email from my brother being like, hey, this is really funny. I maybe we could punch it up a little bit, but you got something here.
Yep. Yep.
He's like my, I don't know.
Okay, so I can't find it. Whatever.
Enabler.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of like a movie character of like a shitty, sidekick.
Oh, here it is. Hey, Nikki, my brother and I wrote this sketch, and there's a part in it for you. If you like it, let me know. He rewrote it and reformatted it in his, I'm not going to say that word, blank little film school way. So I can't figure out how to change it. But the only thing I take out is the line at the end.
I don't use that word anymore, by the way.
Okay. Well, you used a word. It doesn't matter. So you said, hey, check out the sketch. Do you want to be in it? Is essentially what the sketch was. Now, I'd love to read the sketch together, all of us.
Yeah. So let's pick parts.
Great.
Because there's 4 parts, I think, right?
Oh,
Is
great.
So why don't?
believe there's
No,
4.
there's
No, there's
three.
There's only
three.
3?
Why don't? What? Maybe have Ian play me.
So, Mike sent me the sketch. He asked me to be in it. I'm gonna play Nikki because there's a part written and
Have Ian play me so I can do commentary.
okay, I would love that.
That's a good
Okay.
idea. And then I'll be the brother.
Okay, so
again.
Ian is going to play Mike Recine in this sketch. I'm going to play myself, which,
Yeah.
by the way, Mike made it clear after I got upset about the sketch that this was not about me.
the character's
Even
name.
though the character is named Nikki, it's not
Yeah, it could
me.
have been anybody.
Spelled Nikki.
I like to write people's names. I like to write
God.
people's names into my project so that it feels more personal.
And then also, there's the part of Steve, which is your real brother's name, too, not the autistic
Not the
brother.
autistic.
I love that this is actually formatted well, too. It's like a
He wrote
final
it in
draft
Final
thing.
Draft.
I asked my mom for
might be-
$200 to buy Final Draft
for
so I could
this.
write this
This might
trash.
be the dumbest thing written in the
Can you
final
send
draft.
this to me? I need help with
Wait.
formatting.
Wait.
Please send this to me.
This is so Mike asked me to be in the sketch.
Yes.
And this is the sketch. Okay.
Now, can I just say again, I don't remember being mad at you when I wrote this. I know you think it's like some kind of revenge thing, and
Well, let's let the
I don't
audience
know.
decide that for themselves.
Should we start with the title?
Wow. Wait, that's so weird. The first action is
Okay.
Nikki, a dumb bitch,
that gives
walks
away-
into a bookstore.
Yeah, you're right. Let's save the title.
Okay, fade in. Interior.
It's good writing. Yeah.
Bookstore. Day. Nikki. Late 20s, browses the bookstore. What are we all laughing at that for?
Because I
At
think
the
you're,
time, I was in my late 20s.
No, you're probably in your mid-20s.
I bet you were earlier 20s then, right?
Oh, yeah. This was 7 years
2011.
ago.
Or like, yeah, I guess
27.
Mid. Yeah.
Okay, late 20s. That's
Okay.
fine. Nikki, late 20s, browses the bookstore. She sees Steve, early 20s, a familiar face. Hi, Steve. Oh my, weird seeing you here.
Why? Because I can't read.
Nikki's cell phone rings.
It's a
She
funny
checks,
little, opening
She
line.
checks who's calling. Oh my God, Steve, this is so weird. Your brother is calling.
Hey, don't
me.
ad lib.
I feel like
punch up the script.
I feel like I have to.
You can't make it better.
Okay. Oh, your brother is calling me.
She answers the phone.
I hate
Hey,
this.
Mike. Interior, Mike's apartment. Mike lazes on the couch in his boxers in a Guinea t-shirt.
Hey, Nikki, just thought I'd call, see how you doing.
Intercut between bookstore and Mike's apartment. I'm good. I'm with your brother right now.
Oh, yeah? What are you guys doing?
We banged. Are banging. It's awesome. Mike can't believe what he's hearing.
Steve, it says, whispering to Nikki, I don't think that's a good idea.
Oh, Mike, also, your brother, he's awesome in the sack.
Cut to black.
Let's find some of Nikki's
Okay,
old
so
emails.
clearly,
Read them on the air.
So that's the
clearly
beginning.
the first scene is me playing a joke on Mike that I'm with his brother and I'm like, oh, I'm going to pretend I'm having sex with your brother,
right,
Mike.
at the bookstore, yeah.
Yes. Fade in. Exterior, street corner. A few days later, Nikki walks down the street by herself. Approaching her is Steve pushing Mike in a wheelchair. Mike's movements are jerky and he makes incoherent noises.
This is torture.
His head is bandaged. Steve pushes the wheelchair up to Nikki.
Hi, Nikki.
Oh my God.
What? Oh, you mean Mike?
Nikki kneels down to Mike's eye level. What happened?
He can't understand you, Nikki. He's permanently retarded.
Nikki springs to her feet. What?
Yeah, he tried to kill himself.
Oh my.
It's actually your fault. You knew he really liked you, Nikki. After that joke you made, he got a gun and tried to kill himself, but he didn't die. It sounds messed up, but I wish he had. I mean, look at him.
I can't even defend this. I think this might be bad writing
Mike-
now that I think about it.
It gets worse.
Mike plays. Okay, this is direction. Mike plays with the pool of saliva forming on his chest.
Yeah, so now he's retarded forever, and I have to take care of him.
What about your parents?
They're really busy.
This needs to be wiped from the internet.
Mike starts to yell incoherently at Steve, who leans out. Ian, you want to yell incoherently? What is it, Mike? Are you hungry? Do you want to drink some chicken noodle soup out of a straw?
Just one more.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Mike, try to use your words. What do you want? Oh, you want me to wipe the drool off your face? Steve wipes Mike's face. It's okay, Mike. There you go. You're so brave.
Nikki buries her face in her hands and starts to sob. Close on Nikki's tortured, guilt-ridden face. Wider view of Mike standing up out of his wheelchair, taking the bandage off of his head and looking angry.
That's what you get for fucking with my heart, okay? You really hurt my feelings.
He turns and briskly walks away. Steve... I can't even get through
The
this.
best part.
Steve spits at Nikki's
The thing
feet.
is, like, you never see someone's early work. Like, all we know about Ernest Hemingway is that he wrote all those good books, but you never saw his short stories
After
and stuff that
Steve's-
never made it, that got lost in
After Steve
exchanges. you know?
spits at Nikki's
there's
feet,
one more
You should
line.
blow
Steve
Hemingway
says-
and
You
blow
take
your
a
head off.
journey. You take a journey as a creative person, and you
This is
put
very
stuff.
true.
You gotta
After-
just put words on the page if you want to be a writer.
After Steve spits at Nikki, Steve says, "Bitch." Mike, wait up. Steve runs up to catch up with Mike while pushing the wheelchair.
That's a funny image. He's like chasing after me with the wheelchair.
Oh, I like the street sounds for the ambiance.
Great job
way
on
to
the
go,
ambiance.
guys.
Okay.
I'm crying.
Ian, as someone who has not heard this before or acted in this scene before, what do you make of this sketch that he asked me to be in? And I believe I wrote back and said, I don't want to be in your sketch, Mike. I want to find the email that I wrote to you
Nah, that's not important.
in
love-
response. I could
love
not believe it.
How he
Oh, and
clarified.
the sketch is also called Retarded, Forever.
So you thought this is
I
how
don't know.
you worked out your anger towards me.
At least
Do you
I had
realize
the
that, right?
balls to put my feelings on a page and send it to the person who hurt me.
The most passive aggressive and asking me to be in a
That's
sketch.
passive aggressive.
Yeah.
I don't think that's passive.
No, aggressive would have been Nikki. You hurt me. I'm really angry at you. That's
No,
aggressive.
that would have been like healthy.
Right. But that's something that guys have to learn. You know,
Yeah.
is like just that
dealing with rejection
dealing
in a
with
healthier
rejection
way.
in a healthier way. Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's gonna happen a lot. You know?
I think it's a good idea to write sketches and movies and songs when you're mad at someone and you want to work it out. Like that would have been a fine sketch to write and not send
And
me.
just- Right, and just keep
You
it
know?
locked in
And
a
like
vault
not
somewhere.
Totally.
use the
Yeah.
character's name Nikki.
Also, I had my best friend in high school was blamed for a guy's suicide because he wrote a note. He killed himself, and he wrote a note and said, "I did this because of you." So
boy.
very triggering for me, Mike. Thanks a lot.
But I love that you just.
But it is true. A lot of times, like
At
girls
least that
get
guy got
blamed.
his point across, huh?